you can always ask them in the group. Starting with the fourth point of where are you going? That is written by W.H. Auden. Then we start with the analysis of title. So, oh, where are you going is a title that is sort of interrogative sentence, right? यहाँ पर कुछ इंक्वायर किया जा रहा है, तो ऐसा टाइटल क्यों रखा है राइटर ने? Oh, where are you going? Writer is writing the poem. So why does the writer need to inquire where somebody is going, even when the character or the person about whom he is asking is his own character? ये जिन characters के बारे में बात करेगा author या writer, वो उसके अपने characters नहीं होंगे क्या? उसको नहीं पता होगा कि उसने कहाँ पर where the character is destined to go, because writer has made the characters destined to go somewhere. So why is the writer then asking, oh, where are you going? Okay, well, एक तो बात ये कि ये thought provoking question है, ठीक है? It feels as if the writer is communicating with the readers. We are the readers, and writer is coming towards the point. अच्छा, W.H. Auden जो है, इसको हम मॉडर्न पोइट कंसिडर करते हैं. तो जो मॉडर्न पोइट्स होते हैं ना, वो मॉडर्न डायलेमास को कंसिडर करते हैं. मॉडर्न डायलेमास, मॉडर्न इश्यू में सबसे पहला जो मेन इश्यू है वो है कंफ्यूजन, एंजाइटी. तो इस पॉइंट में भी पोइट ने कुछ कंफ्यूजन को, कुछ एंजाइटीज को डिस्कस किया है जो मॉडर्न मैन की हो सकती है. Starting with, oh, where are you going? Said reader to writer. Let's first read the poem and discuss the meaning. उसके बाद हम आएंगे interpretation और analysis. Said reader to writer. That valley is fatal when furnaces burn. Fatal means something that is death-causing, that is lethal. And furnaces are huge containers, big containers in which fire burns. There, and yonder is sort of a contraction of yonder is. So it means to see over there. The midden means some a huge pile of garbage or dunghill whose odors will madden. Odor means bad smell, and madden means maddening, losing mind, causing a person because of that bad smell, because of that bad odor. That gap is the grave where the soul returns. So grave is actually the unavoidable fate of human being. No human being can resist this destination, right? So, of what gap the poet is talking about? Of this valley where furnaces are burning. So also किसके साथ relate कर रहा है? Grave के साथ relate कर रहा है. Oh, do you imagine, said fearer to fairer, that dust will delay on your path to the past. Past is destination and dust is sunset. Sunset is signifying darkness. This is what happens when the sun sets, right? Darkness prevails. Your diligent looking discovers the lacking. Diligent means careful or keen. Looking means sight. The way we look at things carefully, ये उसी की बात की जा रही है यहाँ पर. So whenever we are looking at something so carefully, we end up discovering something that was previously hidden. So यहाँ पर भी poet is saying that your diligent looking, your careful sight, your keen sight, keen observation will bring out some facts like that would be highlighting deficiencies, highlighting lacking. the things that won't be available to you. Your footsteps feel from granite to brass? Question mark. Now see, यहाँ पर question mark written in simple positive form. Your footsteps feel from granite to brass. So rhetorical question यहाँ पर इसके आ रहे. Rhetorical questions are the types of questions that don't need an answer. अब ये जो question है, the writer wasn't expecting to this question. उसको आंसर नहीं चाहिए था. The purpose was to provoke thought in the mind of the reader or the character. इस character को भी dialogue कहा जा रहा है. So it is said with the intention to provoke thought in his mind. So rhetorical questions होते हैं, they don't need any answer. They are just propagated with the purpose. They are just conveyed with the purpose to provoke thought, to make the reader think about something, to make the listener think. So यहाँ पर writer or poet actually wants the listener, wants the hearer. You see, here is hearer is the listener. Hearer यहाँ पर listener है. So writer wants, W.H. Auden wants hearer to listen to the hearer and to think about the hardships that he might have to face on his way to his destination. उसको जो जो hardships face करनी पड़ सकती हैं उसकी destination में, वो उनको realize कराना चाह रहे हैं hearer को, right? वो चाहते हैं कि hearer realize करे कि इस तरह की ये सारी hardships को face करनी पड़ सकती हैं. तो वो उसकी thought को provoke करने की कोशिश करता है कि if such would be the conditions in which you will be traveling, would your feet feel from granite to brass? Like अगर conditions इतनी ज़्यादा hardships होंगी, इतनी ज़्यादा difficulties होंगी on your way to your destination, so do you expect that you will feel some soft brass instead of harsh granite? Granite hardships को demonstrate करती है ना, और grass जो है वो softness को demonstrate करती है. So poet actually or hearer actually wants the hearer to realize that he won't be getting any comforts on his way. Granite अगर hardships को demonstrate करिए तो brass comforts को demonstrate करिए. So he is trying to make him realize that your footsteps feel from granite to brass. That do you think that? Do you think that in such conditions, in such situations, your feet will come to brass from granite, to hardship, to luxuries, to facilities from hardship? No. Coming towards the next line. Oh, what was that word? Said horror to hearer. अब यहाँ पर किस बात पे आगे? Now he is trying to bring out another fear. What is that fear? Some unknown bird. Did you see that shape in the twisted field? यहाँ पर फिर से he is trying to bring the attention of hearer to something that is unknown, to unknown fears. He himself is not aware of that shape that was present in twisted trees, but he is trying to make the hearer feel afraid of that unknown shape, right? Behind you, swiftly, the figure comes softly. यहाँ पर actually something unknown or some ghostly figure की बात हो रही है, ठीक है? कि the horror wants to make hearer feel as if some ghostly figure is coming behind him and he will soon catch him. So therefore, he must be conscious and and afraid. The spot on your skin is a shocking disease. Again, the hearer, the horror is trying to make hearer feel afraid of that, of a spot on his skin that, according to horror, signifies some shocking disease. What shocking disease? Some death-causing, some lethal shocking disease that may cause death of the hearer. So he must be afraid of it. Coming towards the last stanza. Now, we observe that in the first three stanzas, the fear was aroused, right? The sort of things that were mentioned by the reader to writer, by fearer to farer, and by horror to hearer were questioned, right? Convincing the listeners to not do something. They were trying to make the listeners refrain from doing something. But in this stanza, we are going to see the replies of those brave and courageous listeners. So let's see what are the replies. How the listeners who were convinced to be afraid of unknown fears are responding as a result of those thought-provoking or fear or horror-provoking thoughts. So this is the response of writer to reader. You see, the reader was asking to the writer that where is he going. So the writer responding out of this house. Similarly, yours never will is the response that is given by fearer to hearer. So here you see, or do you imagine the dust will delay on your path to the past? And coming towards the last question that was arose by the fearer, that was, your footsteps came from granite to brass. And this is what the answer that is given by fairer to fearer, that yours at least never will feel from granite to brass, right? यहाँ पर एक शिफ्ट की बात हो रही है ना, from hardship, from difficulties to luxuries to being facilitated, right? To the cooperative and to the soft nature of life, right? To the soft aspects of, to the beautiful aspects of life. So यहाँ पर उसको respond कैसे करते हैं? At least your footsteps will never feel from granite to brass. At least you will always be on the hardships of life. At least you will always be facing the harsh realities of life. They are looking for you, said hearer to horror. अब यहाँ पर ये किसकी बात कर रहे हैं? See, horror hearer को किस बात से डरा रहा था? Oh, what was that bird? Do you see that shape in the twisted tree? Behind you, softly, the figure comes. Swiftly the figure comes softly, and again the shocking disease. So horror was actually trying to make hearer to feel hearer afraid of something that was unknown. And let's see how the hearer replies to horror by saying that all the things you were trying to make me feel afraid of are actually looking for you. So instead of making me afraid of all these things, you should be careful about your own protection, right? And as he left them there. So it means, now can you see that singular third person pronoun is being? It means that the listener was a single person. Listener to था, he was only one person in all these cases. The same person was writer, the same person was fairer, the same person was hearer, right? But these hearers, reader, fairer, and horror were different personalities of his own character, of his own identity. ठीक है, उसी एक person के different characteristics थे, multiple identities थी, उसके we can say that it was the voices inside him that were so conscious, that were so forward, that they wanted to take over his courageous personality. वो उसकी जो पर्सनैलिटी का करेजियस एस्पेक्ट था, करेजियस पार्ट था, उसको टेक ओवर करना चाह रही थी। कौन कौन सी पर्सनैलिटी? उसकी पर्सनैलिटी एज अ रीडर, उसकी पर्सनैलिटी एज अ हियरर एंड उसकी पर्सनैलिटी एज अ हॉरर, राइट? तो ये सारी जो पर्सनैलिटीज थी, एक्चुअली दे वांटेड the courageous personality of this person, of modern man, to be submitted to them, to be submissive to them, कि वो submit कर दे, वो submissive हो और वो अपनी जो ambitions हैं और अपने जो aims हैं उनको fulfill ना करे, rather he should give up his aims and ambitions, right? But in the end, what happens? He turns out to be a courageous person. He turns out to be somebody who is not afraid of his past experiences, who is not afraid of his fears, and who is not afraid of the fear of unknown or the horrors or the ghosts, right? Or anything that is metaphysical and is not having any physical appearance, but still making him feel afraid. तो वो क्या कर रहे हैं? वो इन सारे जो fears हैं, इन सारे जो threats थे, उनको overcome कर रहे हैं and is determined to go and pursue his dream. So coming towards the analysis, or where are you going, said reader to writer. Now see who is a reader and who is a writer. So reader are the people who are experienced, right? The experienced personality of somebody. Because whenever we get experiences. हम reading से experiences gain करते हैं ना, चाहे वो हमारे fictional characters के experiences होते हैं, लेकिन हम उनके experiences से learn कर रहे होते हैं, right? So this is what we call for reading. अगर आप reading करते हैं तो you can get experiences of a number of things before experiencing them in real life. कि आप उनको रियल लाइफ में एक्सपीरियंस करने से पहले इमेजिनरी एक्सपीरियंस कर रहे होते हैं। So reader is a person who is very much experienced, who understands the hardship of life. Therefore, he is trying to make the writer be aware of the difficulties, of the hardships. And writer is a courageous person, reader is a coward person, right? Reader जो है is not that much a courageous person to be actively pursuing his dream. So इसलिए what is he doing? He is not allowing even the writer to go behind his dream, right? Okay, so these are few aspects of which reader is trying to make the writer feel afraid. Burning in that valley that comes on your way to your destination. Okay, you would have to go through a valley in order to reach your destination, where furnaces would be burning, where there would be a lot of bad smell that will meddle your that will make you lose your mind, that will cause you to go mad, and that gap is the grave where this all returns. So he is actually trying to relate valley with grave. That valley of which you must be being afraid of is actually the type of grave where all the human beings return. But you see, he is not concerned of the fact, the reader is not concerned of the fact that this is an unavoidable fate of human beings, right? If the reader goes to pursue his dream or not goes to pursue his dream. In both cases, he is bound to die and go to the grave, right? Because death is eternal, death is evident. So, reader क्या कर रहे हैं? Reader is actually not considering this fact. Okay, life is short and life has to come to an end one day. So, one must try to pursue his dream throughout his life, right? लेकिन जो राइटर है वो इस फैक्ट को एक्नॉलेज करते हुए एंड पर हम मेंशन करता है that he is going out of this house and he to pursue his dreams. Second stanza पे आते थे. Oh, do you imagine? Said Fairer to Fairer. Now, Fairer is again a type of person who is feeling afraid of everything, right? And Fairer is a person who is a traveler, who travels things and who travels places and experiences different things. But Fairer is a person who sits passively and doesn't travel and doesn't experiences anything because of the fears of being harmed, because of the fears of difficulties, right? So, ये जो fears हैं difficulties के, they don't allow this person, hearer, to go to anywhere, travel. But Fairer is not afraid of anything. Fairer is not fearful, and therefore he travels different places. He gains experience, even if he has to face the harsh realities of life and has to overcome the hardships that come on his path. So, of what Fairer is trying to make Fairer afraid of? Fairer किस बात से, कितनी चीजों से Fairer को तंग है? That thus will delay on your path to the past. Okay, he is trying to make Fairer afraid of the sunset, afraid of darkness that will prevail when the sun will set, or he is trying to make him realize that when the sun won't be anymore and when everywhere the darkness would be prevailing, your diligent looking will discover the lacking. You would have to look on your path so keenly, so carefully that you will bring out, you will highlight the deficiencies of life, right? The deficiencies are the things that are deficient on in your way to your destination. If Maharashtra में जो भी deficiencies होंगी, especially the deficiency of light, sun, you would be discovering that lacking those deficiencies, and you will feel miserable for yourself. Then he comes to the question: despite all these problems, despite all these difficulties, do you think that your feet, your footsteps will feel from granite to grass? So grass is here, destination, and granite is the hardship that he had to face on his way. Granite signifies the hardships of life, and grass signifies the softness, the beauty, and the comfort of the destination, right? So Fairer is trying to make Fairer think that he will never be at peace. He is trying to make Fairer think that if he will go behind his dream, he will always feel his footsteps on granite. He will always be facing harsh realities of life and will never be able to experience the comfort, the softness and beauty of the destination, the comfortable and luxurious aspects of life. Here, here a horror is trying to make the hearer feel afraid. Afraid of what? Afraid of some unknown bird, of some unknown shape that may come out from the twisted trees, complex trees, and behind you the swift gay figure comes softly. So what actually he is trying to make the hearer feel afraid of? Of some unknown bird, of some ghostly figures, some unknown shape that may come out from the twisted trees and may attack on the hearer from behind, right? So वो इसलिए उसको ये कहना चाह रहे हैं कि you should be afraid of all these things. You should be careful of all these things, and therefore you should better stay home and not go out to pursue your dreams. And then he is trying to make him afraid of the spot on your skin that is the shocking disease. Any feature or any, like you can say, anything that is signifying the occurrence of a disease in his personality, right? Sorry, in his body. So these are the replies of all these characters. Summing up, we can say that it's a dialogue between two characters, and this would be the main idea or the main theme of the poem. That it's the dialogue between two characters. One character is coward. One character is coward, the other is brave. One character is excessive. The other character is active. And then in the end, we see who wins. It's the courageous one who wins, right? It's the brave character who wins. It's the one who was a dreamer. It is the one who was the courageous person who was eager to run behind his dream, and therefore the personality trait that was brave, that was active, that was courageous has won and has got rid of all the fears, all the difficulties and all the horrors and all the past experiences that were trying to refrain him to pursue his dream. उसने ओवरकम किया है अपने फियर्स को, उसने ओवरकम किया है अपने पास्ट एक्सपीरियंसेस को जो उसको रोक रहे थे अपने ड्रीम्स को परस्यू करने से. उसने ओवरकम किया है अपनी हॉरर की फीलिंग्स को, अपनी हॉरिबल फीलिंग्स को, राइट? एंड इन द एंड what he gained the courage to pursue his dream, to go behind his dreams and follow his dream. So we can say that main idea of the poem is that there are hardships in life, but in order to reach your destination, in order to fulfill your goals, in order to realize or materialize your dream, you are supposed to be brave and courageous, and you are supposed to face all these harsh realities and hardships of life with courage and with and in order to fulfill and materialize your dream. So that's all about today's lecture, and as your homework, you have to work on the first passage of this poem, and you have to write a paraphrase and along with the reference and context for this first passage.